even if I wasn't Irish, I'd still like U2. Um, the Edge, fantastic guitar player. And I remember when I used to woodshed with John on our kind of little Monday night sessions, um, quite a lot um, of the time we'd actually use elements of the Edge. Uh, Adam Clayton is an amazing bassist, fantastic guy as well, but love his playing, love his sound, love his oeuvre. Great guy. Um, Larry Mullen, unbelievably influential drummer, back in the 80s, especially in 90s. And in Midway, Tom Kerry was one of the first post Larry Mullen drummers and made that style his own. He even looked like Larry Mullen, except with red hair. But fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Um, Bono is an exceptional vocalist and frontman, incredible ambassador. Um, a great philanthropist, activist. He's a great guy. Um, the War album, Unforgettable, Octung Baby, and Zeropa, especially the first three. Those three kind of, if you listen to like Driving in Iceland and Dream of the Blue Llama, their influence is in there. You take like Zeropa with the cutting edge, state of the art visuals. Like they've been influential all over the world in a multiplicity of arenas. Um, Also, like their narrations, their mantras, very, very well thought out, and très cool, you know? And like they've kind of stood the test of time. They can kind of reinvent themselves over and over again and still have mass appeal. That's an incredible, capability for a band. It's, true icons can do stuff like that. And they are true icons. And they've been highly influential from day one to me. And I mean, like some of the very first bands I played in, when I was just hacking around, down in Douglas Com, were all influenced by U2. I Will Follow was like a staple song. Everybody played that, and other little, ones were like staples of cover bands all the time. Do I have any connections to U2? Did I ever play with U2? Wish I did. Would I, we When I joined Interference and the ephemeral period that I was in Interference, I knew before I joined that Mother Records were interested in Interference. Now the thing is, they were interested in lots of bands, no biggie. Seriously, no biggie, because they were looking at loads of bands. But when I was there, I knew that they were actually sniffing around and that they were interested in what was going on. Now, when I was there, like when I was up, Bruce College, top of Patrick's Hill, that's where we were working, recording, rehearsing, all that kind of stuff up there. And I knew that they were kind of sniffing around, kind of knew that, like, it's kind of a bit of pressure on you there kind of thing, like, but saying that, like, when I was, like, I shaped some of those songs, like, I didn't really write them or anything like that, but I did help shape them and put them together, like, and bring them into reality back in the day, like some of the songs that Glenn Hansard is singing now. But no, no biggie, like, it doesn't bother me, like, and I love Glenn Hansard. He's a brilliant guy, but the Interference are now a kind of vehicle for him, But I remember being up there and, like, it was a case of, this is actually magic. Ferg on vocals and piano, Kevin on bass and vocals, Cal McCarthy, and myself on guitar. It was quite amazing stuff. And like I said, this is a band that could support U2. This is a band that could kind of play Glastonbury, play the festivals, So I kind of, that was there. Now, when I left the Interference, actually to be more euphemistic, when the Interference went to Dublin and I wasn't moving to Dublin, I knew that Mother Records were still interested in him. So when they went to Dublin, they were still interested. They still had label interest, which is, quite fantastic, really. But again, with U2, absolutely fantastic band that have influenced me, obviously, and I'm very appreciative of their capability to keep on going and keep on producing fantastic music and influencing art, culture, music, and a whole other sphere. Thank you for listening.